How many times have you heard in your life, it's the little things that count? We don't have a lot of big things in our life that are monumental. Basically, our life is made up of little things that come into our life that we don't even think about. But if we're going to let our life be profitable, and if we're going to let our life be meaningful, then we have to take each and every one of those little things that come into our life every day and make them meaningful. And how do you do that? Well, what are the little things that come into your life that you can turn into something meaningful? Oh, you get up in the morning and you sort of like turn the switch on and you go through your day sort of like a robot. You don't give much thought to anything. And particularly in this day and age when we are caught in a culture of flipping through our emails and flipping through our TikToks, and we only have a attention span of about 15 minutes. If that, it's probably more like 15 seconds. And we don't give a lot of thought to anything that we do. So if we're going to use the little things in our life, the first thing we have to do is to learn how to focus. To learn how to focus on those little things so that they will become meaningful. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you should do is look to the heavens and thank God for another day in your life. Another day in which you can go 24 hours of doing just little things. And each of those little things, be it a smile to somebody who's down, a phone call to somebody who needs a pick-me-up, a thank you to somebody that's done you a service, something that's taking you from yourself and giving yourself to another. It's not a big thing, it's a little thing, but it happens in the moment. Well, we hear a lot about the moment today. You've got to be in the moment. And what does it mean to be in the moment? If we're truthfully going to be there, we have to be aware that we're in that moment. And when awareness comes from a sense of mindfulness, where you are actually in contact and in touch with that moment, you're just not a robotic thing that you go from here to there and you go from step to step and step to step, and you don't pay attention to the moment that's in front of you that you can convert into a meaning that will change your life and make you better than who you are. And in that moment, you can help others. So you need to focus, and you focus by taking time out. You focus by getting alone and trying to concentrate on one thing. And that's very difficult today because we have everything under the sun bombarding us. We've lost our ability and our skill to remain focused and concentrated. So we need to be able to go back to that if we're going to really put any meaning in our life. So we have to take time to do that. And it's not easy, because as soon as you sit down and you say, I'm going to be focused for the next 5 minutes, try 5 minutes, and then maybe you can get it to 10 and 15, but try for 5. Maybe only try for 2. And as you're sitting there quietly, just try to think of one thing. Just simply say, God, I love you. And then see what happens to your mind. Oh, you're going to be thinking about 1,000 other things. Every time you turn around, you're going to say, oh, where are these thoughts coming from? And they're coming from the fact that you've had so many distractions in your life that your life is just full of them and you have no control of them. They control you. But now it's time for you to control them. And that will only happen with practice. You know, the greatest athletes in the world don't become athletes overnight. It's day after day after day doing the same thing, running the same track, swimming the same pool, doing whatever they do until they find out that they have abilities to control whatever they're doing, that masterful swim, that swing of the bat, the kick of the ball, whatever it is, but it takes practice and loads of it. And so, same thing with us. That 2 minutes of trying to stay focused is going to be a challenge, but you can do it. Just keep your mind on it. And when distractions come, just try to blow them away and I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay focused. And eventually you will gain the art and the skill of being focused, and you will be able to concentrate. And when you do concentrate, those little steps that you take, those little things that you thought were just little things, become monumental. Because what they will do is they will allow you to control your life and give you some meaning.